Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to hop into a brand new death battle. Wile Coyote versus Tom Cat. That's right, it's Looney Tunes versus Tom and Jerry. Let's hop in and see which of these silent menaces, I guess, will be the best of the best. Oh, actually, before we go, look at this painting. Huh, it's Wiz and Boomstick. That's cool. You foolish football, you cost me my dinner.
Fight!
Let's do this.
Wile Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
The fans
yeah.
voted for it and we're here to deliver.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Now, we can already agree, this is gonna be one hell of a fight, because these two have taken so much damage, even with the Toon Force, in their respective worlds, that would have killed most creatures 10 times over.
In tales told over a shimmering campfire by the tribespeople of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold, as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To
Okay,
the
this is kinda
Sawetma,
cool.
he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day,
Yep.
the great Coyote stalks the Americans.
Wait. The E stands for Ethelbert? His name is Wile Ethelbert Coyote. That is so random. And of course, all the fictional species names used to describe him over all the years. Eatibus, anything is.
Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner. And this modern wild...
Oh my god, there were so many of them. He's only 5'8", which would kind of make sense for him being kind of a dog. Okay, born in 1937. And okay, 207 IQ, supposedly. Eternally hungry, loyal customer to Acme. Inspired by Mark Twain. Didn't know that.
Wile Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common
yeah.
man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary, and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory.
Wait. I thought that Wile said he made a deal with his dad, saying that he would not speak until he has caught the Roadrunner. No, it was actually his dad that said he shall not speak until he caught the Roadrunner? Okay.
The face an easy
That's
task.
against it.
Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to
They all
43
pretty
miles per
fast.
hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly,
Oh.
it's incredible that Wile manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all. But he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs
Yeah,
Bunny
just that.
himself needed to take super
tiny.
speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your classics like dynamite, anvils, and spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet,
Oh
and
my.
a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same
3?
IQ as a cactus.
Okay,
Oh my god, 3! 3!
okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Oh,
Acme
boy.
sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks
Good god, how is he not broke?
for the inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clone-O-Matic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal
box?
Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile uses is intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man
Oh.
could not catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
What?
No matter the
Man, I am learning a lot about Acme that I did not know in the first place. No wonder Wile can never get a break. The company literally ran by his enemy.
severity of his failures, Wile is still a toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comment page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Ah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Looney DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the Looney ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page. Essentially,
Why not call it LNA then? And I know that doesn't make sense because the D stands for die. He died and blah 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 blah.
dictating their personal slice
Oh, I guess technically you could call it just LDNA.
of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Looney DNA Dissolver, which leaves toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming tiny toons how to use their abilities.
Oh,
Okay, so Naruto.
okay.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means
That
Wile
makes
should be
sense.
capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite
Yeah.
was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then
Oh.
suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's
Oh my
helped stop
God.
a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, oh snap, caught the Roadrunner! Oh wait, never
Oh.
mind, so damn close!
So
According
close.
to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times.
Oh,
Scaling to the present,
geez.
that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly,
Oh, yeah?
standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
What is it?
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by
Of
God,
course.
we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally
Oh,
meant to be a parody
well, okay.
of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
And of course, one of the rules is probably something like the Coyote will always get close to success, but never succeed.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from
Uh-oh.
our fanatical furry failson? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
He'll always live.
The
All
year
right.
was
Well,
1939.
Tomcat
War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys, as the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from
Okay, please tell me that's not actually why they're called Tom and Jerry.
the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk. One might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh, wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna
Oh, look at that. That was his full name. Thomas D. Jaspercat. Huh. Okay.
and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of
Oh, that
slapstick
looks
comedy.
painful.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tom Cat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is, let's say, very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to
We do actually get to see her face in one scene.
see was Tom
But
wipe that
only
smug
one.
smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30
extremely.
miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly
Cucumber.
perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a
Oh,
British
dawn and
shorthair.
dusk.
They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected
Completely.
a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mouse kind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes, and
And guns!
And
lots
guns.
and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like a magic
Huh?
wand,
Magic?
a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart
Ooh.
cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow.
Oh,
or the
that's
Rewind
good.
remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is
Of
heavily
course.
improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry,
Ooh.
it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed.
Man, I actually remember a hell of a lot of these cartoons, but it's been years since I've watched any of them.
Blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly.
Ooh.
Tom actually has
Oh,
kicked
deal.
the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Oh,
Childish.
Wes was conducting
Fine.
some different kind
Childish.
of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically
now?
go get them back from hell. Where all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but
Oh
there
my
isn't much of a
God.
limit to what Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah,
What
if you only
the-
watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Okay.
Toy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the
Oh.
stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact,
Ah,
say that
okay,
many rabbles were
okay.
roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an explosion.
Dude, this fight is gonna be on the exact same level as Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. And if y'all haven't seen that, y'all need to go check out that death battle, then come back here.
And that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's
Aw,
a nice end to
that was
their
actually
story.
pretty good.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase.
Tom and Jerry Chase, is that like a sequel show or something?
Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Long Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in
Hold on, what the fuck is going on? Wiz!
the realm.
What
And they
the
were,
hell?
in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life,
What
whose
the
branches
fuck?
encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors used the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it
Yeah,
may sound
no,
completely
explain. What the
insane.
fuck?
It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material.
Oh, it's a Chinese gacha game. Duh. Okay, so yeah, it has no actual ties to the show. That's fine.
However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment,
Oh,
which
no.
means we have to include it in our research.
So
Oh,
that the
no.
gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch
Hey,
him on
that's pretty
repeat
good.
forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after Booze.
Well then, you're
Ha,
in luck,
be it is.
because the Tom and Jerry of English
get
literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Guess what?
So, I have no idea how this fight is actually gonna go down. My best bet would just be that maybe Coyote can pull it off. No, I have legit no idea who could actually be. I mean, all in all, this is going to be definitely one of the top battles because, like I said before, it's like Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay, we literally have two gods of Toon Force going at it once more. Holy damn.
Time Game Over team, which won't be available much longer, so if you want it, go grab it quick.
We'll be releasing more stuff throughout the year, so check back for updates. Picking up an item or two really helps support independent death battles.
That
We
is a
wanna
cool
say
looking
big
notebook.
Thank you to everybody that's already placed an order.
Head over to deathbattle.gg and pick the piece of Death Battle swag that's right for you.
Alright, now it's time for
All
a
right, the
death
combatants
battle!
are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I have legit no idea who will win this. This is gonna be nice. Oh, Tom and Jerry house. Okay. House mouse? Mouse as holy colors or something. Domestic cat, feline catus portrayed as victimist. I don't know how to completely say all that like Latin stuff. Oop, the great old roadrunner, Meepus Meepus. Coyote, Canine Schmuckus. Okay, this is gonna be good. And fight. Oops, there goes the roadrunner on the mouse. Ooh. And it begins. Ooh. Oh, that was the Fall Guys and Among Us. Oh, what the? Why is it suddenly World War II up in this?
You wanna live forever!
What? What the? This, what? I don't. Hold on. I don't. Fat lady. Ah, time for the fat lady to sing, huh? Oh boy. Oh, Acme. What did you call in? Ooh, jeez. All but one life. The high-speed tonic. Ooh! Okay, okay. Oh, wow. Yep, tunnel, very classic. Of course. Yeah, come on, man. It always works for the one you're against, never you. Uh-oh. Unless you do that. Oh, wait! Oh, they're outside the video! Man, imagine seeing that while the video was not in full screen mode. Ooh, what's going on? Should have seen that coming. Oh my god, what? Ooh, Looney Teenage Dissolver, that's right. Ooh. Uh-oh, they were both hit with it. Man, they were both hit with it. They're gonna be in serious pain. And this, and some of this. Oh yeah, how about this? See how you like it. Oh. Wait. Is it a draw? Oh no! Coyote won! Holy
Wile
shit!
E. Coyote, super genius.
He actually won! I
Oh,
guess?
thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal
This was absolutely crazy!
gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Yeah.
Both were
please.
strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster
Yeah.
than light, Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much
That is
faster than
true.
Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Wile's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Yeah,
Looney Tunes have been
obviously.
erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw
I guess it should be called the Toon DNA Dissolver then.
up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom,
Right.
on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights.
Oh
He
yeah,
definitely gets
like the dude has on average created gigantic Rube Goldberg devices.
The edge
Like
there.
nothing.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we
Yeah, the
dug deep
toonliness.
through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile
Oh,
yet again
okay.
fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else.
Oh,
but according to
gee.
Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his
I don't
entire
know.
history, Wile's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs.
That's right.
Because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote and Roadrunner
Southwest
cartoons.
American
And even then, looking
Okay.
closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
That is
Especially when
true.
the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite
Right.
lacking Wile's narrative impediments,
Actually, yeah, no, that does make a lot of sense. Without the Looney Tune DNA Dissolver, 9 of them would have died. And so the fight would have just been going on and on and on and on.
And despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Next time on...
Well, like I said, I didn't think it was going to end like that. I mean, I had a feeling, but it literally could have gone either way. So, before we end off today's video, let's see who will be entering the arena next time.
On Death Battle.
Ooh, okay. Looks like we get Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya. Okay, this is actually going to be
Subscribe
good.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of y'all next time when we flick back on. Until then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.